Hi, hello, welcome back to another exciting video. We are back on the home waters today, and the reason for that is because that lake that I was on the last 3 videos that was fishing super good has now officially closed. Yep, it's really unfortunate, but that lake has a guardhouse where you have to sign in and out of, and it obviously sees a lot of foot traffic from people in and out on a daily basis. So the local sheriff's department that lake is pretty much run by made the call to shut that place down effective yesterday. So that's really unfortunate. So yesterday I came out, did some live scoping with some crappies, didn't film the video, just kind of wasn't really in the mood. Things have been really weird lately. I feel like I haven't seen the sun in like a week. Again, it's been real dreary and shitty. This whole coronavirus bullshit is really putting a damper on a lot of things. Hopefully is not going to affect my business, but I did have one trip cancel already last weekend because they had other job duties pertaining to the lockdown, coronavirus lockdown, whatever. But that being said, I have been in touch with the county health department here where I live, and I can continue business as usual. Obviously, having maybe 1 person on the boat is more ideal than 2, but again, really hoping that does not affect my business. So that being said, if you guys want to book a trip, we can still do that. I am offering 10% off all guide trips that are paid for in full in advance whenever you guys want to go, if you want to go now or if you want to go this summer. So take advantage of that. That would really help me out also. But I don't know, I've got pretty much everything loaded in the boat right now. That's the one thing about this time of year in March on this lake. Everything is just kind of changing. We're in that transition. We've gotten a ton of rain. The water's come up probably like 3 or 4 feet, kind of muddy in a lot of areas. Still have not been able to break like 47 degrees anywhere on the lake as far as water temperature goes. So I've now got literally pretty much every box that I own in the boat. I even converted my back live well as a storage box. So, and you guys can see I've got the rod holders out here because today I've got some night crawlers. We're gonna do some bottom bouncing for walleye. Really, we're just gonna do pretty much everything. We're gonna do more live scoping for crappie, maybe hopefully try and find the wipers and white bass. Have been really unsuccessful in finding those on this lake lately, so that's also disappointing. But again, it's just that time of year. Things are weird, everything is weird. Coronavirus is weird, that sucks. So hopefully it's not affecting you guys, but as far as small business owners like myself, it is gonna be a challenge. So anyway, enough about that. I've got a couple more things to get ready here, and then we're gonna get out on the water. It is kind of a beautiful day. It's like 50, 51 degrees, no rain. It was pouring all morning this morning. I'm out here at the ass crack of 1 o'clock. So we're just gonna fish this afternoon and see what happens. Hopefully get on some sort of decent bite and maybe put out a video or 2. So let's get this thing dumped in. I'll see you guys out there. Okie doke. Well, we made it out onto the lake here. We're out in Narnia pretty much. We're gonna fish an old roadbed, a high spot. This is kind of an area where when these walleyes move up to the dam to spawn, this is kind of like a staging area. It's a little bit far out. There's another spot that I'm probably gonna fish that's closer to the dam, another high spot with a lot of rock on it that I think those fish could stage on. But Sauger spawned first, and there's probably still quite a bit of fish up staging off the dam to do that. But a lot of times when those fish finish, they make their way back out to the main lake and they land here, and this is where they stay. But I don't really have a lot of confidence in it because I haven't seen hardly any bait fish on the main lake, no shad. All the shad is still, for the most part, up the creek arms and whatnot. So again, I think that's really kind of hindering my wiper and white bass bite also. They're scattered around in there feeding. Not really easy targetable fish, excuse me. But I'm gonna make a couple passes here with the bottom bouncers and night crawlers and spinners, and then maybe move over to that other high spot closer to the dam, do that over there. But since it's a little bit closer than where I usually run down towards the river to crappie fish, that's why we're gonna start here. So once I get this bottom bouncer unstuck from my rod sock, I'll show you guys the program. Okay, now 30 minutes later after getting rod socks off of these rods with bottom bouncers on it. By the way, I highly don't recommend using rod socks when you've got bottom bouncers on, but anyhow, I'm gonna be running 2 different rods today. This one in particular, to the 1.5 ounce bottom bouncer, I've got a about 4 foot section of 12-pound fluorocarbon. Should probably be using 15, but since the water's cold and a little bit clear, we're gonna be a little bit more sneaky. But on this one, I'm not gonna run any sort of spinner. I'm just gonna run a slow death hook with the half of a night crawler on there. Real simple program, but on the business end here, I've got a 7-foot medium moderate bottom bouncing rod. This one's the Jason Mitchell Elite series. It's just a real soft rod. It's kind of like a crankbait rod, but obviously when those fish hit that bottom bouncer, you want that rod to just kind of slowly load up so they don't feel you right away, and then you can just kind of reel down and reel right to them. But I don't remember, but this is either 20 or 30 pound braid Power Pro, just tied direct to the bottom bouncer. And then I've got a 6:4 to 1 gear ratio reel. This is an Abu Garcia reel, but the reason that I like it is because it's got a flip and switch, so that when you want to let a little bit of line out, you can just do it with one hand instead of having to re-engage the reel with your other hand. So that's why I like these, you know, cheap $40 Silver Max reels with the flip and switch for bottom bouncer reels. Anyway, and then on the other one here, same program, 1.5 ounce bottom bouncer, but this one we're gonna run the a smile blade on. That's one of my favorite colors, that like Halloween looking color. But same slow death hook, but sometimes they prefer a spinner, sometimes they don't. I don't even know if there's gonna be any fish out here, but we're sure gonna try, because like I said, I've put every single rod I own, almost, no, I'm just kidding, not every single rod, but I've got trolling rods in the rod locker, I've got a jig wrap rod, I've got a swim bait rod, I've got a heavy swim bait rod, I've got a crappie rod, and I've got one extra spinning rod for whatever. So we're just gonna do it all today. I'm gonna get these crawlers on here and show you the rest of the program as far as speed and everything, because speed is really key when you're running bottom bouncers. And the water temp out here is 45 degrees, so right about where the walleye should be spawning. Because like I said, I don't even know if there's gonna be any fish out here. I'll probably catch nothing but a channel cat or a drum. But never know, might run into a sauger or two that have already spawned and made their way out. But anyway, this is what you want with the night crawler. Just a half of a night crawler, pinch it off, and that way you've got that short little stubby to make that thing just death roll. That's what that slow death hook is. Super deadly, effective, and definitely my bread and butter for the post-spawn walleye bite that'll be happening next month into May. All right, so I've done a couple videos a couple years ago on how I run bottom bouncers and a little bit more dialed into the technique, and I'll do a lot more videos this year when that bite really gets going. But we're gonna try and stay somewhere between like a mile, like 1 mile an hour to 1.2, but you really just want to let that line out until that bottom bouncer hits bottom, and you pretty much just want that line at a 45-degree angle, just barely ticking bottom. That's kind of the deceiving thing about the name bottom bouncer. You don't really want it dragging bottom, you just kind of want it ticking bottom, because you want that bait to stay right above the bottom in the strike zone. You don't want it dragging on the bottom. So dialing in your speed is definitely key, and definitely the success factor to getting more bites. But a lot of times I'll just set them in the rod holder and watch, but sometimes once I get the other one set, I'll probably hold one. But that's pretty much it. So we're just gonna make our way down this high spot here and see if we can't drum up a bite or two. Oh, fish on. Oh, take it. Yep, fish on, fish on. That took 30 seconds and it feels like a good one. Oh my God, he just popped off. Oh, damn it. That is a really awesome sign, though. That was a good fish, whatever it was. I've still got my night crawler. That was a good one. Dude, that felt like a walleye too. That didn't feel like a drum or a white bass. White bass tend to get pretty squirrely. But that fish, I mean, that rod just slowly loaded up and I picked it up and then just kind of reeled right into it. Oh, good sign though. Good sign. I can't believe that he came off. Oh, there's one. Come on. Man, another real short, quick bite. Yep. Nipped part of my crawler off. Real short, quick bite. I don't know. Just got slid into like 12 feet of water here. Been playing around with the speed, but I don't know, maybe I should be holding on to the rod, but that was definitely a fish. real quick tentative bite. Don't really know what it was, but again, didn't really seem like a walleye or a sauger bite, but who knows. I think I got one going here. Yep. Fish on. Fish on. Kind of feels like a sauger. Yep. It's good whatever it is. It is good whatever it is. I think it's the right flavor. We came out deeper, 23 feet of water, and this is on the pink blade. Right at the boat here. Yep, big giant sauger. Yeah, buddy, yes. Giant sauger, dude, giant sauger. Yes, all right. Let's kill the trolling motor. Got the fish resting comfortably in the net. I'm gonna bring up this bouncer here. Oh yeah, dude, that's a big in. I'm gonna let this fish kind of hang out in the net there. That is a giant sauger. If you guys know anything about saugers, I'm gonna show you guys this fish here. All right, well, we have been out here, made probably at least 6 passes on this road bed on this high spot. And this last time, I decided I was just gonna go out deeper, you know, deeper than 20 feet. And we were just starting to slide off the edge of it into 23 feet. And that rod just loaded up real slow. Gave him a second. I'm gonna show you guys this big sauger here. This is exactly what we came here for. I figured that it would mostly be a sauger bite. It is pretty early like this, because like I said, they spawn first. They may still be pushing up to the dam to spawn. There's probably a bunch up there already, but this one looks like she's got a gut on her. So let me show her to you. There we go. What a beautiful, beautiful specimen. I mean, that thing is just as healthy as can be. Like I said, I can't tell. I don't know why she's bleeding. Can't really tell if she's got the gut on her because she's gonna spawn, or if that's just some leftover winter weight she's feeding up. But look at that slow death hook right in the corner of the mouth right there. Beauty. Yes, right there. Look at that super starchy cold water Kansas sauger right there. This lake has an amazing, amazing population of saugers. And like I said, we typically tend to see these pretty early in the season. It's March 23rd or 24th, I don't know, late March, but look at the gut on that thing. Beautiful. We're gonna get a couple quick pictures and I'm gonna let this one go. Normally, if it was a little bit later in the season, I'd probably keep a couple for dinner, but this is my first big sauger of the season, and we're gonna let her go for good juju. All right, let's get one more good look at this girl right here. What a beautiful, beautiful fish. Again, this is exactly what we came here for. Might have to make a couple more deep passes here, but yeah, this is awesome. So we're gonna get her back. Actually, you know what? Before we let her go, let's get her on the bump board here. Give her a quick bump before we go. These saugers are always super, super mad. She's all flared up, gills are all flared up, so we're gonna try and get the best measurement possible. But that would be a 19-inch sauger right there. 19-inch sauger. Beautiful, beautiful fish. How many times have I said that in this video? All right, now that we got a bump on her, let's let her go. Oh, she is happy and healthy, starched up. There she goes. Hi, mama. Cool. That made my day right there. That was sick. That was on the pink smile blade right there with the slow death hook. The orange, my other rod has been getting bit the most, but once again, as we slid out here into deep water, 23, 24 feet of water, just like that. So as much as I want to go and do something else, I think we're going to make a few more passes, because why wouldn't I? That was awesome. Let's do it again. Oh, there's a bite. He's trying. It doesn't feel like a walleye or a sauger though. He's on there, kinda. Nope. Something's on here. Whatever it is, it's tiny. And I mean tiny. You guys ready to, like, oh, come on. Oh, wow, yep. Little baby, Baby white bass. Figured there'd be a couple of these guys. Oh, he took all my crawler. What a dickhead. Oh, there's another one. Oh, we've got another little dickhead white bass here. Probably the same one that I just caught. How do we go? It is literally like the exact same fish. How do we go from a 19-inch beautiful sauger to dinky white bass in the area? I don't know. All I care about is that he let me keep the night crawler. They like this pink blade. All right, boys and girls. Well, that's gonna about do it for me today. It's been a fun afternoon. Got a couple videos knocked out, spent some time crappie fishing, made a couple more passes on that road bed with bottom bouncers, but no takers, but that big sauger made the entire day. So I'm just kind of making my way up to the dam right now. I don't know if you guys can see behind me here, but there are like 30 dudes on the dam. So I'm gonna make a few passes with some stick baits, just trolling before I head in, but I'm not really keeping my fingers crossed. Not really a fan of fishing the walleye spawn, but give it a try anyway. I mean, look at the lake. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So with that said, I'm gonna get out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go like the Facebook page, follow the Instagram page, subscribe to the channel. Support me in any way you can, especially now during these weird times that we're living in with the coronavirus. So that's all I've got to say about that. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you on the next one.